last week on Meet the Press, Congressman Raul Grijalva was being interviewed about the presidential race. If you don't remember, Congressman Grijalva was the first congressman to support Bernie Sanders and endorse him for president of the United States.
Why did you decide to back Clinton now before Bernie Sanders got out?
Well, certainly didn't want to get ahead of Bernie, but you know, I'm a committed delegate of Bernie Sanders from the beginning, and when we get to the convention, I will be there to vote with the campaign on issues as important and profound as what we say and do in the platform. The other thing is, if there's a roll call for the nomination and I am there, I will be voting for Bernie because I'm committed to it. But when the dust settles in Philadelphia, there is a desperate need for our party to unify. There is a desperate need for our party to also integrate the message, and the 11 million people that voted, the 22 states, etc. Historic campaign, and to unify, and not only behind the nominee, which the presumptive nominee, Secretary Clinton, because it's not a lesser of two evils issue here, Chuck. It is the fact that Trump is dangerous. His fear-mongering, his bigotry, his hate-mongering that has been going on and on. We need to get behind, and by it's implicit that by unifying to defeat Trump, we are unifying to elect Hillary Clinton. Simple as that.
So there are a few things I wanted to point out in this interview. First of all, the title of it was, on MSNBC's page, was "Time to Unite Behind Hillary Clinton."
Yeah, that was the main title.
Yes.
But then there was a revolving door of titles that
right.
cycled as he was talking.
Yeah, so as he's talking, the words on the screen, here are a few screen grabs from that. So this one says, now supporting Hillary Clinton. Another one says that he jumped ship, right? So when you listen to that interview, is that what you...
No, it looked like MSNBC like had their own message that they like wanted to, I guess, transpose onto him.
Right.
You know
and use that to say, everybody else, look, now is the time to support Hillary Clinton, right?
Mm-hmm.
Stop supporting Bernie Sanders because look, he's not doing it anymore. But that's not what he said, is it?
No.
That's not what he said at all. No. He said, he specifically used the words, when the dust settles. So
that would indicate
after the convention, right?
Mm-hmm.
After, if Hillary Clinton is selected as the nominee, then at that point, then he would say, okay, it's time to unite.
Because when you suggest that somebody is jumping ship, you are suggesting that the ship is going down.
Yes,
sinking.
And it's already it's done. It's done.
It's done.
Yeah, officially, but it's not. The convention has not happened yet, right? Mm-hmm. And he stated in this interview that he is supporting Bernie Sanders at the convention and that he will be voting for Bernie Sanders at the convention.
But why wouldn't they put that as one of the headlines?
Because if he's jumping ship, that means that now he's throwing all of his support behind Clinton.
But he did not say that.
He didn't say that
anytime during that interview.
No, not at all.
Like I said, MSNBC wanted to, like, I guess, steer it in a particular direction, hoping that people would read the headline more so than listen to what he said,
and watch the interview and see what he says.
Well, is he supposed to be some sort of example for what all Bernie supporters should do?
I guess so, because they wouldn't have put those words on the screen like that, right? And look, this congressman, I'm not against him for saying this, and I wish he would have waited until after the convention to be like, okay, the dust is settled. I think the responsible thing for us to do is to unite and stop Trump. If that's what he wants to do, I understand. He is a member of Congress, and if he feels like Trump is the more dangerous of the two, then he wants to get on that team and be like, okay, we got to stop Trump. But what I hear is that, you know, he's sticking with the devil that he knows.
No, yeah, and the thing is, to me, listening to that, it still sounds like he supports Bernie Sanders.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. But he just doesn't. He would more readily support Clinton than Trump.
Yeah, and he's
making the concession.
And I think you know, with any Bernie Sanders supporter, whether they're involved professionally in politics or not, you know, they know that she is pretty close to the nomination, so they have to speak that way.
Right.
So I kind of understand, you know, the reason why you said it that way, but it was pretty tame to me.
Yeah, it wasn't any like it wasn't anything like that. The only thing was that he spoke before the convention happened. But like I said, I would have preferred that he didn't. But still,
they were making it sound like he was like carrying Hillary Clinton's torch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And, yeah, exactly.
But think about this, like what MSNBC is trying to do. Mm-hmm. What's up with what's the implications of all this empty courting of Bernie Sanders supporters? What's up with all that? Because see, I call it empty because Hillary Clinton hasn't made herself into a candidate that's worth supporting. Right. Just that she's expecting to get like automatic support, because automatic votes because she's, you know, close to the nomination. Right. You see what I'm saying? So
think about it. MSNBC is the establishment media, right? So they want this political revolution to die. And the sooner they can coax Bernie Sanders supporters into supporting either Trump or Hillary, then the better. Because think about it, a political revolution will affect the establishment and corrupt corporate media as well. So they don't want that. You need to support one of the two candidates for these two corrupt political parties that we have here. These are your only two choices. They always give us those two choices. Bernie Sanders is putting a monkey wrench in that whole equation.
But I mean, what does that mean for Hillary Clinton, though? It kind of, you know, it implies that, you know, people should just vote for her because she's a Democrat, and not because of her history, and not because of her actual political activity and her positions and who she is.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? That's what that implies to me.
We saw what they did. They attempted to spin exactly what Grijalva said, and they did a very good job. I mean, now supporting Hillary Clinton. He didn't say that at all. He said when the dust settles, when all of this is finally said and done, if Hillary Clinton emerges from that convention and she's holding a sign, I am the Democratic nominee, well, he's going to be like, okay, well, it's over. I think Trump is too dangerous to take a chance on, and I'm going to unite.
But see, he's a congressman.
Yeah.
And I guess most of the people that Bernie Sanders has galvanized aren't.
Yeah, they're
so
not.
We don't have to speak as congressmen.
And a lot of them aren't Democrats.
Yeah. So exactly. So to me, somehow them trying to suggest that, hey, this congressman is jumping ship. You should too. Not gonna work. That's not how he was doing, but that's how they presented what he said. But it still wouldn't work.
It's a lame strategy.
No.